It's all silence. Okay, good noon to officially start this time. We are now in week 12, and as I've said, it's a few more weeks and we will be ending the semester. So, at this point, first of all, I'd like to, I would say, take this opportunity to thank people who are active in giving comments in the different video links that I have given you. I have said a while ago that it's a good way to know your thoughts when you write something on the comment section, because since our time, class time is very limited, and I guess you are shy to express yourself, especially with having the other students see you and hear you. So you usually just tend to be quiet instead of sharing. But the comment section in the YouTube links, I think, is a very good space for you to express yourself. And the way you comment on things, I think I would say that you understood the video presentations. Okay, so since we are now on week 12, okay, we still have a few more weeks. I think 2 more weeks for the lecture, and the last week would be the final exam, right? And so I would like to make use of the first few minutes of this time to discuss with you your final project, okay? And please remind me to check your attendance at half the hour because I might forget checking it. So at this point, let me share with you the what's this. This is the project plan. I keep on giving you this one, and I keep on discussing this because I don't want you to get lost as we do the activities, the final work in this course. So I have given this to you as early as, I think, second week or third week of the semester, right? For the reason that I know that the last few weeks of the semester will be project making for most of the professors. And since I know that you have a lot of projects, a lot of things to do to complete your course credit, then I decided to give this to you in advance. So this is again the travel project that we have started doing from the very beginning of the semester. As I said, this travel project is equivalent to class participation for every week of activity. Now, just to, let you look back. During the first few weeks, there are people who did presentation here online, right? And I have given them points, but I think after the midterm exam, we were not able to accommodate people. But again, even though we don't see people presenting, but I encourage you to do the activity every week. And so this activity is double credit. And when I say double credit, you get the credit for your participation when I look at the different portions of your project, and you get the credit for the final exam when you collate all the activities for the whole semester. So I already explained what material, what way you can do with this project. As I've said, you can either choose a presentation using PowerPoint or Prezi. Or if you think there's another way that you would like to express yourself in this project, feel free to do that. Okay? So you're not limited. I allow creativity to be part of this presentation. So each activity, as I've said, is equivalent to do 10 points. If you only do this project without presenting, that will be maximum of 5 points. But again, I will try to assess you in another way because we don't have the presentation, we don't have enough time. So another way of earning credit for class participation is when you watch the video. Remember, you are watching the video, you're getting the credit for the attendance if you completely watch the video. Now, you get the credit for participation after you watch the video and you leave your comments on the YouTube link provided. So even though we don't meet face to face, even though we meet and you don't have the chance to speak during online classes, you still get your participation points, right? I keep on reminding you, please give your comments, because that comments is separate from the attendance, which is of course watching the video. Now, as I've said, sometimes we do things not the way we should do it. I mean, mistakes are common, especially if you are learning along the way. And that's just normal. Now, the one thing that's good if we realize that we are making mistakes is for us to correct or redo whatever mistake we have done. And so, as I've said, if you realize that after watching the video and after the discussion, you realize that I think what I did is wrong and it's not what it is to be done, then you can always edit that presentation. Remember, the idea here is learning, not just completion of the project. It's learning. That's more important, okay? Because when you learn things, you can bring it anywhere. So the video is what's this? The project's end is a video presentation of your travel journey. So because you've been doing things every week, both commenting and both working on this one, you will not have any final exam anymore. No more final exam, but you will be submitting this video during the first week or first day of the final exam, which is, we have that date. Let me check the date, okay? Which is December 15, right? We have a Tuesday meeting. You know that? Tuesday or Wednesday? Let me check. What's the other day of our meeting? Oh yeah, it's the other day of our meeting is Tuesday, right? So you will submit that on the 15th of December. So take note that the project submission will be on the 15th, okay? There's nothing that you need to do after you have collected every material and you have converted it into video form. Okay, I would prefer to receive an MP4 file format, MP4. Okay, so do you think it's possible to submit your video in Kakao if it's in MP4 with maybe 15 minutes duration? Because you're more techy than me. So what do you think of that? Is it possible for Kakao to be the platform to upload a 15-minute video presentation? Or it's not possible? Because if it's not possible, another option that I might ask you to do would be to upload it. Okay, upload it, but and give me the link so that we can I can browse and give you the marking for that video presentation. I haven't decided that yet, but I would like to ask you to help me think on how I can receive that big video file. So I'm open to any suggestion because you're more techy than me and probably you know what's the best way for me to receive that video. Okay, let's go over the activities. So Sam said, we have the week number here for the first column. The second column is the activity that you need to do. And the remarks is the topic that we have finished so that you can always connect the topic to the activity. Okay, so week 2, let me just take in one student. Okay, so for week 2, we have self-introduction. I know you haven't done this yet because as I said, don't do it yet because I want you to see first the content of the whole course. As we finish the course, it might give you the idea what reasons you have in mind why you have taken this course. It's just 1 minute. If it's not 1 minute and if you feel like, oh, 30 seconds is enough for you, so be it. That's not a problem. I mean, I'm just giving you a time limit. I'm just giving you a time guide so that your video will not be very long. Remember, we have so many activities. So if I don't manage the time, if I don't set the time here, you will definitely get lost as you complete your project. But for me, if you say, oh, Professor, I am very excited to share with you my reasons, and there's so many reasons, and I want to contain it in my video, feel free. Feel free to do it. If you have more than 3 reasons, feel free to do it. I always say I'm setting the minimum because the learning level of the students that I have in this class are not the same. There are people who would like to contain more. There are people wherein 3 for them is enough. Don't limit yourself, okay? This is only a limit so that at least you comply with whatever is minimum that I'm asking you to do. Okay, so that's the first part, the video presentation. The third, if you will remember, I asked you, there are students who did this presentation, the places visited, and they are on that photo, the destinations. As I've said, you're not limited. If you want to show your overseas photos, okay. If you want to show domestic, that's okay also. I'm not making any specifics here in terms of destination. What is important is we still understand and we still remember what is a destination. So I've said a destination is either a city, a town, a country, a place, or a region. No geographical limit. Destinations can be anywhere as long as you visit it for purpose of tourism activity. And then when we studied history, the evolution of travel and tourism, I asked you to do a research and find out what are the significant events or things or activities that happened in the destination that you have shown. I mentioned that the destination that you have shown because I don't want you to get lost. Lost in a sense that you still have to think of another place, right? That would be too broad. And so I just decided that from the destination, let's make a continuation, look at it, look back, and try to see what historical events, what significant events that happened in that place. So, what is significant? What is historical? Go back to the lesson that we have in connection to this one, the evolution of travel and tourism. I have showed you. It's not actually the whole history of tourism. I just gave you a glimpse. I just gave you like some notes on how this tourism developed and evolved from a simple doing of trading and doing of pilgrims to a now commercialized, recognized industry that contributes to the economy of a certain place. Okay? Then we move on to a more exciting, I would say, part of tourism, which is about tourism products. You have seen the so many products that I have shown you. I think name it and you have it. And as I said, if you have done something that I haven't covered in the lecture, feel free to add that. It doesn't mean that it's invalid. What I'm trying to say is those are the products that I would say part of tourism. But if you've done something different, feel free to use it and add it. It might give other people the idea. Like, for example, coffee tourism. Because there are people who are crazy with coffee, just like me, and would go to different places just to experience coffee. I did not mention that, but it can be somewhat related to my hobby and to my passion of going places that's somewhat related to culture because that's food, going places. And the very main reason why I go places is for food adventure. So mention that. It's not actually wrong. Whatever you know, whatever activities you know that you have done is always something, a product of tourism, especially if you go. Remember, one element that should not be taken from the definition of tourism is the movement. Because once the movement is not part of it, it's not tourism anymore. Like people say, okay, let's do virtual tourism now. Yeah, we can say virtually you are reaching the destination, but still it cannot be completed because there's no movement. Okay, so we're trying to, set our minds here to what really tourism is. Okay, so next, so 5 and 6, products. Okay, as I've said, what you experienced and what you want to experience. You know what you want. You know what you have experienced, and that's something that makes you interested about this one. Some people have the bucket list. I mean, I want at this year to see this place, to do this activity, especially at your age. Okay? And then we get to know who the tourist is. We covered typologies, we covered personalities, we covered behavior. And so this is it. Now, making yourself as a subject. Who are you as a tourist? Okay? What do you enjoy doing? What do you enjoy doing will definitely define who are you as a tourist and what is your travel preference. As you see, in the activities that we do, there's no right or wrong answer. So don't be afraid to share whatever you feel, whatever you think is right, because there's no right or wrong answer. This is giving you the opportunity again to express yourself, okay? To express your creativity, because we need now in the 21st century not only knowledge, but we need to know how to communicate ourselves. And communicating ourselves would mean expressing yourself in these activities. Then week 8, we took a break, right? And then we moved back, we moved back to the lecture, and we have learned travel motivation. We have several video lectures related to motivation. So here, my question for week 9 is, what motivates you to travel? You have different reasons. And I think every time you travel, you have a different reason. But probably some people would have the single reason for traveling. And so, again, I want you to recall your memorable travel journey. And how did you conceptualize your travel journey? I would like to share something that I discovered from my student. I have one student in the night class, not the semester, but in the previous semester. She barely can speak English. But you know what amazing thing she did? She designed her travel journey to Europe alone, okay? Visiting 9 countries, I think in 60 days, having her own budget that she earned from doing part-time job. What an amazing story. And I was so impressed. And she said, because I like doing this, I was able to do it. And I asked, how did you buy your tickets? How did you make reservation about your accommodation? She told me how. And what an amazing thing. I mean, this is something unexpected to someone whose limitation is only to speak in Korean. But she nailed it, okay? So I was so happy. I was so proud of her. Okay, so that's the motivation, number 9. Number 10, can you share with us one destination that you visited? And this time, I want you to focus on the pulled factors of that destination. So we studied what is a push, what is a pull, and one even questioned me, what is better, the push or the pull? We're not comparing the two. We're just using the two to actually understand why do we make such action. Okay, so these theories are related to travel. And then 11, remember, I think this is the topic that we have before we did not see each other last week, which is about tourist codes of behavior and other concerned interests. Okay, again, look back at yourself and think about yourself as a responsible tourist. As a responsible tourist, what are some of the things that you do when you travel? Okay, So, oh, Professor, that's hard to answer. But for you to answer that, you have to know who is a responsible tourist, right? What are the actions of a responsible tourist for you to give an answer to that one? So feel free to enumerate and share your stories. Now, again, so that you don't get lost, time yourself 1 minute, maybe, or 2 minutes. It's up to you, but uh, you have to plan you have to make a plan when you answer questions. Like, you have to put limit, otherwise you'll get lost. And don't discuss so many topics. Concentrate on the topic that we have each week so that you are focused on your discussion. Okay? And then number 12, which is our topic today, use your creativity and use one slide only. Okay? If before you're getting photos of your journeys, this time, one slide as your drawing paper. Illustrate the tourism system. So I talked about tourism system, I talk about the elements. So how do you envision it? We are now putting things together. As you see, when we begin, I gave you the introduction, I gave you the products, I gave you the tourist, I gave you their behaviors, and now I will be giving you the other parts of the system. I don't think you will be able to answer this week 12 activity this week because I still have the answers, the remaining of the answers for this for week 13 and week 14. Okay? Unless you would like to find out in advance and do your research, then you can do that. But if you want to wait for my lecture and complete the system, that would be better. Okay? And then 13, look for short news article. This is something that you can do in advance. And one slide, illustrate the tourism system. No, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm 13. Look for a news article and underline what the government is doing. Current, okay? What the government is doing during this health crisis. I don't limit you to Korea because some of you are in other places, like Fahim is in India and Shireen is in Uzbekistan. A news article and underline what the government is doing during this health crisis in the tourism industry. So it's a self-reflection. Okay, it's something that you can relate as the role of the government. The government is very important in managing, in steering up the tourism industry of a certain country. So when I say a news article, it should be somewhat related to the issue that we are experiencing right now. So maybe the time frame that you can get is probably from February up to the current. Okay, so those foreign students who are here and would like to make use of their own country as the basis for doing this activity, feel free to do so only. It's just that if you submit an article and it's in your own language, like for example, Mia, translate it in English so that I will be able to understand. Okay, so are we good at this one? 13. And then 14, as a student, now we're closing. As a student, you are a student right now, you are a tourist, right? And you are a responsible citizen. What are the 3 essential things that you've learned from this course? This is your self-reflection. This course is not just built on knowledge. This course is built on making you a productive and responsible citizen. Okay? And then week 15, which is the video production, you don't need to present it. I can view it in my time. Unless, this is, I think, what I will be asking you to do. For extra points, okay? If you want to earn extra points, you have to invite people to view your video. I guess I would set the minimum. I will give you the corresponding points. If you have this many viewers, it should be students mostly, okay? Or it should be tourists, so that they will also learn from you how to become a tourist, a responsible tourist, and a responsible citizen. Okay, I haven't done yet the equivalent for the points, but that's what I will ask you to do, because if you will upload your video, it has to be viewed, it has to be consumed, it has to be shared to other people so that other people learn also from you. Okay, question? Ask it now, because I will not open this topic anymore. I'm giving this to you in advance so that you can plan accordingly. Now, while I'm waiting for your questions, is it good for you to be given, like, as I said, I will not give any videos anymore because I want you to work on your project. So that means that starting next week, week 13, okay? Week 13, I'm not going to give you a video. So instead of spending time watching the video, work on your project. And also for week 14, it's the same. Now, let me know also if you need more time to work on that project. Because if you need more time, like December 4, okay? December 4, which is that next week? No, next week, December 4, I can give you also a double break during that week if you need time for finalizing your project. But I have to hear it from you now. Okay, so don't think of me as somebody who will, ask you to do a lot of things and not giving you time. As I require you of doing these things, I would like to give the time also. So I try to, be productive every week, and I try to organize everything also every week so that you will not cram on the last few days of the semester. So may I now ask you to say, or to ask your questions or to give comments about this activity. Whatever issues that you think you will be having as you do this work, ask it now. Maybe some people can give you the answer. I don't say I'm the authority in giving answers. Anybody here who knows how to, if in case there's a how to, like for example, I guess most of the people would say, how do we make the video, right? So probably other people can help you or give suggestions on how to do this. Come on, let's open the floor to Q&A.
Professor? So
Yes.
should the final project should be covered all the week courses, like first week to the 15th?
Yeah, actually not 15th, because as you see here, we did not do anything on the week 1. Week 2, it's late, and then week 8, none, because this is the midterm week. And you see here, 15 is none also because this is the video production week or the video submission week. So
Oh, I got it.
those that are listed here are the things that you have to make sure that you have done. Because as I said, if it's 10 points each, okay, presentation. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's 120 points for participation. Of course, I have given credits to those people who have participated. I want to give you the maximum grade. That's why I'm giving you these things. Okay, and I think that 1 minute is not more than enough to ask for you for every week's activity. Did I answer your question, Jihan? Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead.
And you also mentioned about the viewing account about our video.
Yes.
Is that means should we upload the video at the YouTube, and like there is like participations from other students?
Yes, that's very true. Because I'm thinking that I don't know how, if I can put it in my account so that I can put together all the tourism content, that would be good. But if it's not possible for me to accept the video because it's too big, I cannot get the document. That's why I'm asking you if you have any suggestion. How can I get documents that are really big and how can you share it with me? I'm waiting for your suggestions because I'm still figuring that out. So if I cannot figure out an answer for that, the only way, like what my other graduate students are doing, is to upload it in YouTube and then give me the link. So that's what they do. Okay,
I think that's the bestest way to show your video.
but
Like
we have to find a common, I would say a common. We'll craft a title so that when people would definitely look for it, there are keywords, like for example, it has to be KMU ITC as a title so that it's easy to look for. Okay, yeah, I agree with you. I'm okay with that. But when you label your video, it has to be labeled uniformly so that people can easily see it, view it. Okay? Yes. Anybody
okay.
else?
Hello, Professor.
Yes, Mahim.
So yes, this is about our final project, like the participation from others.
Yes.
Okay, and in next class, number 13, we had to share something about the government, what they doing on health about the tourist.
I don't know if we still have time that in class. That's why I want you to incorporate it in your video, in your project.
Okay,
So,
so in
yeah.
so we
Be-
had to put in this in our final project.
yes. So it's just one article, just a very short article that you probably can figure out what the government is doing to address this health crisis. Because the government has a very important role in managing and administering this tourism activity. And I want to highlight that. That's why I'm asking you to look for a news article. This is to prove that the government is really a stakeholder and I would say a part of this tourism ecosystem.
Okay.
Okay.
So we had to put all the content about our class in this project.
Yeah. And as I've
Yes.
said, if you want to section your video, the best way would be, because if the viewers will see your video and if they don't know what's happening in your video, they will not be able to understand. That's why I said from the very beginning that you have to section. You have to put a section header to each video. Like for example, here, self-introduction. Then second, destination. Then third is evolution of travel and tourism. Then fourth, tourism products. Up to 5 and 6, tourism products. And then, who is a tourist? You can use that as a guide question. Because if you don't have the section headers, people will be confused. What are you doing?
Yes.
Unless from the beginning you say that this is the project output from what I've learned in my international tourism and culture course. So feel free also to organize, to plan and organize your project according to your liking, and think of the viewers. How will they understand this project? How will they learn from this as well? Because if you can present it in an organized manner, people will understand. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Anybody else? Any other question? I have a question. How many hours do you need to work on this? Is the 2 meetings for week 13 and 14 enough for you, or do you need more? Because if you say you need more, I will just finish the lecture and give you the time. But I will just be asking you probably to do something to report from time to time. I need some opinion from you so that I can plan the remaining weeks of this class. I don't want to get your time. If you're working, if you have other classes, I just want you to spend the time that you have with me. So if you think that that would be 3 hours, okay? That would be 3 hours for week 13 and 14. If you think it's not enough, let me know and suggest to me what can we do to give you the time to finish the project. And again, if you look at this and you find it too many, okay, let me know also so that I can try to remove some of the things that I have written here. Maybe for some people, it's overwhelming. So let me know also. That's why I'm opening this. I don't want to force you. I want you to enjoy doing this. So if it's overwhelming, let me know. Because of course, your capacity is different. Your way of doing things is different also. I cannot compare you to another person because the other person is really different and unique. So if you think that in your own capacity, this is overwhelming, this is too much for you, let me know also. I'm open to that. I just want to hear it from you because I don't want to make something, to plan something that's not, that will not benefit the whole class. So what do you think? Come on, tell it to me now. I don't want to open another topic unless we settle this project because I want you to give your best for this one.
Professor, is that how should be 15 minutes for the final project, or like minimum 15 minutes, or like up to 15 minutes?
Ideally, as I said, it's 15 because if you will count this, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So more or less, if you give 1 minute per topic, that would be 12, right? So, but if you want to say a lot of things, that's why I said I do not limit you to 15, especially if you will upload it straight in YouTube. So we don't have any limit anymore. That's why I said here, maybe a minimum of 15. But if you cannot reach 15 and if you can only make it 10, that's also workable for me. I'm just, because I don't know your capacity. I don't know how will you do it. But what I want to hear for sure is your voice. Okay? I want to hear your voice. Okay? The other ladies, any question? Come on, ask it now. So we can negotiate. I'm open for negotiation in terms of this project.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Miyag.
Is video like the video examination with the PPT, right?
Yes.
And face in the video.
Yes.
PPT with the PPT.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's why I'm asking you if you need time, let me know. Okay? You know what, guys? You need not to do it in one time. Usually what I do, portion by portion. If it's too much for me to discuss in one time and I'm afraid that I will be losing my thoughts, I portion it. So, because sometimes if you don't strategize, like if you intend to finish the whole topic without being interrupted, that's impossible. Because as you do it, sometimes you make a mistake along the way. So the best would be to give your best for 1 or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, cut it off. Then another shooting, 1 or 2 minutes, cut it off. And then after you have covered everything, put all your videos together. Now, how you do it, I don't know what you're using, but I'm using QuickTime Player. If you have Mac, QuickTime Player will help you. If you are using another gadget, I don't know how to help you because there are so many applications that you can use to video yourself. You're good at this one. Your age is very good at this. I don't see any problem in terms of the technology use to deliver your project. I'm pretty sure of that. Any other? Did I answer your question, Mia? Jay,
About
yeah, about
uh,
how you do it.
12 using your creating and note site, what means?
Okay, so I discussed this week tourism system, right? And tourism elements. So as I've said, illustrate the tourism system. So what makes up the system? I gave you the answer. It's in the video that you watched this week. So I want you to look at the system and interpret the way you understood it. Okay? For sure, you have different ways of understanding. And I want to see that. And so I'm just asking you to use one video slide. Well, I'm not one video, I'm sorry, one slide for this one. One slide will be your piece of paper wherein you will illustrate your understanding for the tourism system. Okay, you can imagine a tourism system like the planet with a solar system. So I don't know. Now, for you to be creative, for you to give an answer for this one, do not limit with your knowledge. Feel free to use the internet to give you information, to widen your knowledge before you give an answer for number 12. Okay? Any other question? Please, ladies and gentlemen, check your time. Is 3 hours enough for you? Because if not, then we can declare some project days or project week. I just need you to report to me so that I know that you're still working on your project. So what do you think? I don't want you to complain to other professors and telling them, oh, Professor Torres gave us a lot. We don't have time for you. I don't want to hear that. That's why I'm asking, is 3 hours enough for you or you need more time? Because if you need more time, I can cut off. I can, I can remove some. What is workable for you and what is too much for you? Okay? For those people who can finish everything, you don't have a problem. Like I think A, Jay and Jung, who else? I don't want to name names, but I know that there's no problem in terms of, the time. But for other people who think you need more time and still figuring out how to do it and you need time, let me know, please. Don't be afraid. We're here to talk about it. We're here to understand each other. So what?
So, Professor, the last date is 18th December.
The submission date is December 15. But remember, for you to get your grade, it has to be extra grade, extra points. It has to be viewed already by a lot of people. So
Okay.
probably if you upload it on the 15th, I'm gonna give you, if you upload it earlier, good for you, because you can invite more people to watch it and like it and probably comment. But if you upload it late, you might not be able to get the points the extra points if it's late, because I will be submitting my grade. I will be uploading the grade on that week or probably before Christmas, but you will not see it then because there's only a time for you to view your grades, right? So you need to do it earlier. About the others, what's your comment about this? Is the content okay for you?
When do we hand in the video?
15 December. You're going
Next
to upload.
15.
No, no more next. It's the 15. It's December 15. No more next. We're done with the 15th of November.
Okay.
Okay. Who finds it too many? Because if it's too many for you, I might probably remove like 2 or 3 of this. 2, 3 of the things. You don't want 12? Come on, we have to negotiate. I want to help you, make it easy for you. Who wants it to be shorter, like only 12 activities? Oh, I don't get any response. That means to say you want to do everything, right? Come on, don't be shy. It will not be against you. We're here to make the best of your presentation. That's why we're trying to negotiate. What is something that makes it time consuming for you? Or you have another way of showing yourself, but I'm open to that suggestion also.
Professor, we need to send this video Kakao group or?
If it's too big and if Kakao cannot allow you to send it, that's why I said upload. So I will give the cover page for your video. Just like what you did in my previous activity, there's a cover page and probably all of you will have the uniform name for this one, so that it's easy for me to look for. You see the videos that I'm uploading, the online classes, I label it 2020 fall and then your course and then ID, course ID, and then the week number. That's for me to easily organize the classes if I want to view it again.
I have a question.
Yes.
For me, I have no idea how to illustrate the tourism system.
Okay. So what? Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. So what do you want now?
So I want to negotiate with this.
What kind of negotiation? Lay down to me. What do you offer?
I'd like to remove the part 12, and I want to focus more on other slides.
Okay, I hear you. How about the others?
Yeah, I totally agree with Jae-Yoon Jung because I think it's definitely take more than 3 hours to do a final presentation, because we do recording or so like editing video, uploading video. So I think removing 12 just gave me like more quality to the other parts. So
Okay, I hear you too, Jihoon Kim. Any other opinion for this one? Because other people, if they don't say something, maybe they like this, right? That's why I want to hear it from the other people also. I can allow it to Jae-Yoon Jung because he already expressed to me his issue for this, and also to Jihoon Kim. But probably other students would like to keep this. So I have to hear from you, guys.
guys, come on.
Don't be quiet. So yeah, for
It's
Jay,
okay.
what?
Give us more
Yes,
time.
yes, I am with.
See, now you're talking. Okay,
Yes, I am with.
Fahim, you can
Yes.
remove this.
Yes.
Who else?
Yes, I like.
Oh, Sanjaya, you can take this off from your presentation. So maybe the rest would like to have it. Okay. Any other thing? For those who want to keep it, keep it. Okay? For those who want it to be removed from, because probably others have already done this part. That's why I don't make it uniform to all. Maybe some people have good, especially the tourism majors. Okay, the tourism majors, I know this is easy for them. So for those who do not want 12, that's okay. Any other part that you don't want, let me know. All good? All good? How about the time? So we declare what's this? What date is that? We declare next week to be video free, but we meet, right? How about December 4? Would you like it to be the whole week for you to be free?
Yes.
Yes.
Only for
Yes,
Jacob.
Professor.
Why are you so only for Jayum? The rest you have to be with me in class because only some people said yes. Okay? Because I'm taking down notes. I will be removing 12 to some people and some people will be doing 12. Oh, sorry. Oh, I lost you. Okay, so I'll remove 12 and then December 4 and what's this? December 4. December 1 and 4 is work project week. Okay? December 1 and 4 is project week. Okay? So in this project week, I'm gonna just remind you that December 1 and 4 is project week. And then our November 24 is project day. Okay? But November 27, we have class. Okay? Anything else? Because I still have 2 lessons to give you. Otherwise, you can just view that. What do you want? So let me know. What do you want? Because it's like this. We might, what I can do, let's finalize. Okay. Somebody disappeared. Okay. What we can do is, if you want your free time, starting next week, I can just upload the video, watch it according to your time, and do your project. So I can do it that way. That's why, because if you just watch the video, you are free to watch it anytime. And then, yeah, because I still have, how many more topics? I just have 3 more topics to cover. So what do you want? I'll just upload the video and watch it that's for next week, November 24. And then you're free on December. And then one more, because we have a makeup week, right? Remember, we have a makeup week, guys. We missed the meeting. So I'm gonna use that makeup week for the video lecture. So how's that? What's good for you? What's easy for you? Let me know, because I can just keep open the KakaoTalk chat if you have questions as you do your project. But I will be uploading the video lectures. I'll make it a video for the remaining lesson. So what do you want? What's your idea about that? Because I want you to concentrate on your project and I want you to use your own time. What's best for you?
I think watching just recording video is more for part to me because when I do my project, I have to review the video over and over. So I prepared what Professor just mentioned. Yeah.
Okay. So you don't have a problem viewing my videos, right? You can always repeat viewing
Yeah.
because you know the
Yeah.
link and it's also in YouTube. Okay, I'll take that. How about the others? Maybe you want to see me online like this. How about the
And
others?
Professor, should we have to comment just like before on the recording video?
Yeah, probably you have to because I have to know that you're still with me, you know, because some might disappear and have an early break. So I'll just ask you to comment on the video anytime you are free. So just one video per week, probably. And then the other half would be your project making. What do you want? How about the others? I want to hear you. Because you might tell to the other students, we are already on a break. we finished the class, okay? We're not yet done. I'm just making, time for you so that you can work on your project. Is that good? The idea of just doing all the videos for you. Anyway, it's just it's easy topics now. Not like before that we have to make discussion. That's okay? Okay. For some. Again, the other ladies are not giving comments. So you like that idea? This is our last meeting in class. So last meeting, not in class, last meeting online. But you're gonna hear me with my video lectures. And in response that you have heard me and that you've watched the video lecture, you're going to give your comments, okay? So wait for 3 more videos until we finish the week or until we finish the semester. But I am trusting you that you are making your project. Okay? So is that fair and good for all? I'm going to make an announcement in every week so that you are reminded, so that you don't get lost also. And if in case you have questions, you have my email, right? You have my Kakao number, and we have the Kakao group. So whatever questions you have, feel free to send your message in there. So because if it's your question and might be the same question that your other classmates have in mind. So are we good at that? Easier for you to manage your time working on the project and watching the videos? Okay, so let's check the attendance. Sorry guys, I didn't give you the break. Sorry if I'm asking too much from you. Maybe your other subjects are easier, but I tell you that this is the most memorable class for you because probably you will tell yourself, I've done a lot of things in there. Okay, let me just get the attendance. And I really appreciate that you are cooperating in all the activities that we have been doing. I really appreciate that. Jae Yun Jung. Yeah. Kim Ji Hoon. Kim Min Jae, are you here? Kim Min Jae, okay. Mi Hee Jung. Yu Hyun Jin. A. Sanjaya. Jiwoo. Not here. Jiwoo. Seyon here. Shireen.
I'm here.
Okay. Shireen. Who's this? Jung Jae-yoon. Malik. Lishen. Lishen. Not here. Okay, so that's it. Any question? Can somebody repeat what we have agreed? Jayon Jung, can you repeat
Yes.
what we have agreed? Okay.
So about the travel project.
Yes.
So we have to submit our presentation before December 15th.
Okay.
And then you have to make a presentation for minimum 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then you need to cover all the contents we have studied.
Okay.
But if you make a agreement with professor, you can remove some part. And if you have any question,
Not some, only number 12. Only the
Okay.
12. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Only the system. Right?
And
Only
then
the system. Okay.
And then if you have any question, you can free to ask professor through the email or Kakao chat, and you need to make a video. You need to make a video for the final project. But if the video is too heavy to upload the Kakao chat, you need to upload. There's another way to upload your video on YouTube or something like that. And then we don't have class November 24, December 1 and 4. Which is project week. But November 27, we have makeup class through the video. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. So again, I hope you understood that we will just have one more online class, which is next week. And the rest of the week after next week will be recorded so that you can have more time working on your project. I will give specific notice per week so that you are guided properly. Please continue opening the notices, because in the notices you will be given specifics. Like, I still owe you the cover page for your video so that we can uniformly organize. We can have a uniform project cover for your video presentation. And I'm going to give you exact details on how you are going to upload that together with the likes. So those are the things that I still owe you and that I will be communicating with you in the notices. So we agreed that our last online class is on the 27th because we would like you to have your own time or more time working on your project. And as I said, if you have questions along the way, if you have issues that you cannot sort out as you do your project, I'm always here in Kakao Talk or in any other means to communicate with me. Kakao Talk is easier because I always open it. I used it as my online communication platform for students. So use our group so that if you have a question and also that might be a concern of another student here, we can easily, spread the answer to the same question. Okay? So I'm excited to see your project. I haven't seen it since half of the semester. And the way I have seen your presentation, it makes me excited because I have seen how good you are in your presentation. And I'm looking forward to be seeing all your projects in the end of the semester, because we have an international group. We have from China, from Myanmar, from Uzbekistan, from India. Sanjaya, you're from Sri Lanka, and then Koreans. So this is a very good mix of students. And I'm so excited to see your style of presentation. I know Korean people, they are so good in doing presentation. They're so professional in doing presentation. But in terms of content making, I know that the foreign students are, they organize the contents very impressively. So why not share? Okay, if you have a question on how to do presentation, on how to do a content, exchange messages. Let's keep the class going. Let's keep the interaction going as we answer each other's question. Remember, when we use a group chat, it's not only for me to see and for me to answer, but again, feel free to interact with other students, to teach other students if they don't know something, and to give suggestions if in case they need suggestions. Let's not be too stingy with what we know. Let's start opening our mind, opening our hearts, so that we can spread knowledge among us and to other people. Okay? So, early dismissal, early early time. Yeah, it's early. It's only 1:07. We will not finish until 1:15. Yes, Yunjin.
Professor, can I presentation today?
Oh, sure. How long is your presentation?
Time?
Yeah, time.
4 minutes, maybe.
Okay, guys. What's your presentation?
I send you presentation topic.
Restaurants, right?
Restaurant.
Yeah. So guys, can you please hold on, because she's volunteering to share with the foreign students a few tips about restaurants around. So let's hear from Yunjin Yu. 4 minutes of your time. I'll share the screen. Okay. It's okay now.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hello, my name is Yuan Jin. Major is tourism management. I will introduce you to some of the traditional Korean restaurants that I have eaten while traveling Daegu. These are famous restaurants that locals know well, and they will be especially helpful to international students. First, 양기생돼지 양념구이 restaurant. This is the restaurant that I used to go often when I wanted to eat meat when I was in school. You can taste a large amount of domestic grilled pork at a low price. Sell grilled marinated meat and pork belly, but I recommend grilled marinated pork. It is located at the East Gate Gammon University, so it is easily accessible to students living in the school dormitory. Grades are served after the process of initial punishment, and you can grill them directly on a grill. The question is that it is seasoned meat, so you have to grill it well so that it doesn't burn. After eating meat, there is a food that I always eat, and it's kimchi noodles. It is a good food to eat with meat. The seasoning may be a little spicy for foreign students, but give it a try. Oh, sorry. It is 10,300 won, which is a little too much for students to eat, but I think it's the best pork ribs I've ever had in my life. I was hospitalized for tonsillitis before, and I went to eat here with my parents right after I was discharged from the hospital because I really wanted to eat meat. If you order more than 4 servings, 된장 stew with seafood is provided free of charge. 된장 stew is a little spicy, so if you can't eat spicy food, you can ask them to make it less spicy before ordering. People from other regions are very famous for coming here to eat meat. The advantage of this place is that if you order meat, the staff will grill the meat from beginning to end. So we just have to wait until the meat is cooked. Because it is located in Susangpond, it is good to fill your stomach and take a walk near Susangpond. 비빔분식 serves only four dishes: 김밥, 돌면, udon, and 비빔udon. So you can have a simple meal. It is located near Dongseonglo Maratang Station and Ipal Park. And I recommended the main branch near Maratang Station. It's around the same way, but I felt that the main store was a little more delicious. I recommended kimbap and jjolmyeon here, but I recommended for those who can't eat spicy food. Jjolmyeon is noodles with bean sprouts mixed with spicy seasoning. I recommended kimbap and jjolmyeon here, but I recommended udon for those who can eat spicy food. Kimbap is a representative and simple food in Korea that includes rice, pickle, radish, vegetables. You can eat it easily in convenience stores, but the reason I recommend this place is that unlike other kimbap, the rice is chewy and sweet. It's hard to express in words, but I highly recommend this place if you want to eat kimbap. Thank you for listening my presentation.
Okay, you made us hungry. So that's it. Anybody else who would like to do presentation, let me know, because our last meeting is on on Friday, so I can accommodate you, especially those who would like to share their culture, both Koreans and the foreigners. So that's it. Have a wonderful weekend and all the best to your presentation preparation. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Professor.
Yeah.